Evan, just how do you approach game four?
New game. Just come in here, make adjustments for what they were doing, and come out and play our game. Missed a few shots first game, shots we could have made, but games go like that. You just gotta move on to the next page.
You mentioned the adjustments. When you look back at the film from last night, what's the biggest one?
Defensively, just keeping them out the middle of the paint. It's harder for them to make plays, and then offensively, just keeping the ball movement. I feel like we got stagnant.
There's no way to prepare for the energy at Madison Square Garden. How do you think that could have impacted the game as well?
I feel like we're definitely really hyped up for the game, and I feel like maybe we were just a little too hyped, and so shots didn't necessarily fall. But next game is next game, so we just got to come in with a new mind.
You keep mentioning the next game is next game. What are you learning about in the playoffs where you have to balance the frustrations from prior game but also move on to the next?
Yeah, I feel like that's the biggest thing. If you carry over things from past games, and that could fault you and not play in your best hand. So I feel like you got to come in and approach each game differently, and approach each game as one game.
How difficult was watching the film though from last night when you guys went through it and like what you saw?
I mean, it's just learning experience. Don't necessarily look at it as a negative. Just learn from it, and what you can change for the next game.
How do you guys not overreact to shots not falling? Because like as the game goes on, JB was saying that that impacted kind of everything. So for tomorrow, how do you not let that be a factor?
Just keep playing basketball. That happens in games, and you just got to keep making the best play possible, and eventually they're going to fall.
You mentioned playing your game. In what way do you feel like you guys did not play your game in Game 3?
Just being stagnant. I feel like we played a lot of ISO and not really moving them as much as we wanted, and I feel like early on we were doing that. We just weren't making shots, and then we got away from that as we stopped making shots. So we just gotta maintain doing that and making the best play.
Did you feel like getting stagnant and going ISO was a product of matchup hunting in any way?
Somewhat, yeah. But we can matchup hunt or find the mismatches, but move the ball as well. So you just gotta find that balance.
Evan, Mitchell Robinson after the game last night used the word shook up to describe you guys. He thought you guys were a little bit rattled by them defensively. Anything to that?
No, I just feel like we were just missing shots. It just wasn't our game, so that's why you just gotta approach these games as a new game and come in and be ready for the next. Yeah.
Does it bother you to hear those kinds of comments coming from the other side?
No. I mean, they can say whatever. I'm gonna still approach each game how I'm gonna approach it, and I feel like as a team we're gonna keep approaching the same games as we approach them, and just stay within us and be ourselves.
As competitive as you are, how did you feel after last game, and how are you channeling that for game four?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anyone likes to lose, so definitely are disappointed, I guess, in losing, but you just gotta learn from it and watch the film, get better, and come to the next game.
JB said, given the magnitude of tomorrow's game, it's one of those where you just, whatever you have, leave it all out there on the court. When you think about going into Game 4, like, how do you approach it? How do you summarize the importance of it?
Just like you said, any means necessary to win. Like you approach that with every playoff game. It's hard to win playoff games, and you gotta come with that approach every single game and leave it all out there.
Do you feel good about the shots that you're getting in this series?
I feel pretty good. Just gotta make a better decision. I feel like everybody does, but shots are gonna keep coming, and you just gotta still feel confident and taking those shots and knock them down.
Last question.
All right. Thanks, man.